as we are once again alive upon the internet. And yeah, let's make sure that we are with bit rates going everywhere and that I did change the titles and such. And yeah, we seem all loaded up, including audio working. Yeah, let's jump into here and bring up this. How's that one? Second account. We did a lot of work on this thing already, which is the basis for the striker talk, the chest and backpack talents, kind of discussing those things.
I've had a team analyzing the data you gathered at
And
College. They discovered a threat we need you to investigate. Report to Torres at the White House for transpo.
I haven't logged into this account yet this entire week. We're on account 2. Because later on as well, we'll go and first off get the challenges done. At least, well, I don't need all the challenges. I just need enough. I want to have the reward track completely unlocked, just so we can send that to the level 30 character as well, kind of. So, but yeah, first we're gonna spend some time with this spreadsheet, and this last part isn't that hard actually. So we'll put that in here. And hey there, Brando. And thank you for the encouragements. And happy to see you around again. So on this one, we're gonna basically have Coyote. Oh, actually, yeah, so I decided already. We're gonna move all of this one down. So or to move it down to. Now let's just take the 15 to 25 that we have here. And then let's take this Grupo plus Koi. Which one do we take actually? Yeah, let's take the Grupo plus Koi. Oh no, just couple of Grupo. That's one I mean. Actually, so Grupo wins at 0%, right? And let's just take Cheska plus Grupo. So that's these numbers. This one is these numbers. Okay. Actually, while I'm here, let's clean. No, yeah, we can't do it with different brands, right? Yeah, let's clean that up. This up. You know, where we have empty space. Looks a little better. Yeah, so we have these two. Now we go from that. The reason I wanted the Cheska plus Grupo is because we're going to just abuse that too. Because everything else is just going to be minus 13 versus this. Or well, for the Exodus, for instance, and stuff like that. And then Bloody Knuckles gets like total weapon damage on top. I realize actually for Bloody Knuckles, it would be cool to have 2 versions. We'll do as well. Or maybe, wait, we'll put that one at the bottom. We'll get a chess version and we'll put that here. That seems like a good way. Let's just make this 100 flat. Not make any of these linked to anything. Well, except those, of course. Also not plus anything. There we go. Okay, so let's already actually get a chess striker as well. That here. Let's clean this up. Okay. Yeah, so let's just start with the Exodus one. Let's just take the in-game actually numbers as well. Just not even calculate anything. My brain's already kind of fried, so yeah, let's not trust it too much. So this would be... So what would be our way of getting there? 3 crit damage mods on the weapon for 54, and we get a flat 60. So 60, 20, 100. And then in the crit damage end, so we would need 4 in total. We need 4, no, we need 5 crit chances in total. There's already one here. So that's already in there, so you have 4. So it's is 141 minus 36. Does this make sense? No. Because why wouldn't it be just this minus 13? Yeah, let's maybe actually do it. I have crit chance mods on me. Oh, we would have plus 30 from the crit damage mods, of course. That's what I'm forgetting. Does that actually add up? So wait, while we're at it, let's just... So 147 minus 24. And yeah, that's just that number minus 13. Yeah, as it should be. That makes sense. Wait, why is this so much bigger of a difference than I... Didn't we already do this calculation once and it was around 5%? How are we around 9% now? So that's like 100% headshot or something. Because that gets it a little closer. Wait. Or wasn't that in here? Oh wait, Exodus 57 actually lands better. What? Excuse me? I wouldn't have expected that. Uh, 241, 60, 229. Is this number times this number? Ah. What happened here? I feel this is just mistaken. This should be a 1. Because there should be +6 of this. So this should be 135. Because what is this with a group of bees? I actually have that luckily. So 48, 160. So minus 24. 160 minus 24, 120. That makes no sense either, actually. What is? How the hell did I land on these? Is how much does this actually land for? So 48. So that's also why the Grupo is a little closer. So a Grupo 60 would be 160 minus 24. So 130. But also it should be this plus 13. So wait, what is happening there? This is 6123 is what I have here for this thing. How do I have more than that here? $147 minus 24, 123. Yeah. This is maybe with Coyote from elsewhere, but yeah, I would list that. So maybe just fix this while we're here. So this would be 1, 1, 2, 3. This would be 1, 2, 9. This would be 36 on this one. And then this one would be plus 6, 142. There we go. That makes a little bit more sense. But yeah, I was mistaken back then, apparently. That's a... How did that happen? Because the rest of it is just an obliterate striker, so... How did we not get the crit chance crit damages right? Does this Coyote one make sense? But then does this just get chest because we have obliterate basically. So it's with Cheska plus Exodus, Cheska plus Grouper, right? Like that would be. Yeah. Oddness. But yeah, that's at least those two are now saying the same thing, which is the important part. And hey there, Randy. And indeed, we made it all the way to Friday. Although, well, in my case, actually, the weekend is when I usually work the most. So that's also why tomorrow evening I won't be actually streaming. I'll be at work. But yeah, definitely happy to be at the weekend because I also enjoy my work. Exactly. Even though I understand none of that. Exactly. Okay, so that's the Exodus finally in. Took way too long. Then Bloody Knuckles would be the same, but then with 25 total weapon damage, of course. That would be just this copied here, and then is 20 plus 25. Okay. Let's already as well take these numbers into here, because with a striker chest, it would be the same. Right? Yeah, just the blitz rate would fall away, but it would be the same. 60, 1, 2, 3, then 25, and then 200. We should have here is one of these. So this is this divided by this. How is that not seen as a percentage word? No, I know. Divided by this. Okay. What we should implement here is also the stack thing. So I should already do that. Because I realize we can use this part as well for not for two stacks. Yes. So is this number times 1. Also, let's then make the stack percentage instead. Is this number times 1. No, this one actually. Actually, no. What we can do is just lock this and then just copy paste it. What are we? From here, we can just do there, stack it up like that. And then for the mementos, this will be 0.65. Now for this, it'll be times 2. And let's see. What? There we go. Although now we can't do it, so what will be 71 then? Shouldn't this be the crossover point? Or is something else happening here as well? Because isn't that 142 stacks where this takes over? Oh yeah, this would be 71. Oh, actually, this doesn't work for that, of course, because this needs to be at 100, and then this needs to be at 142. So this doesn't even really do what we need to, because it's that versus this being 140. 141 is beneath it. Oh no, actually it isn't. Wait, where's the... Wait, 140 is exactly the same? How is it not 142? Wasn't that 142? Yeah, that's just... we'll back calculate it later. So... Actually, I would want it to be malleable with that. Yeah. Okay. Let me catch up here if I missed anything now. Let's keep going on with this. So that's the Exodus. That's Bloody Knuckles, Centurion. Which is Mustache. You just lose a crit, you damage with this, right? Yeah, we keep a chance. So So this is going to be 60. 60. So 147 minus 24, 123 again. Wait, how does this stay the same? Or am I on 42? Okay, so this is minus 12. 121. The glove we put in was, of course, a crit damage. So we lost a crit chance versus that holster that had a crit chance. So no, not 121, 111, which actually likely makes it so that if we go 52, uh, 52, 123. No, that's likely still not better. No, so still, yeah, 60, 111 is still better. So 20. Okay. So, and then yeah, this gave us 20% rate of fire. Although, so this would be 850 times 0.015. Actually, let's do it right. 1 plus 0.015 plus how much was this? 2. 0.2. There we go. And then on this is plus 20. Okay. Oh, not there actually. There. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Last step, memento, empty and full. So for 60 here, we have 135, 121, no, 111. Yeah, same deal. Basically, yeah, we lose that same crit damage, right? So yeah, 60, 111. 20 still here, both of them. It stays the same for both of them, of course. And then this is plus 30. Anything else change? Yeah, 65 on that. Okay. Yeah, that all looks good. Okay. Let's already have a little peek at this. So, yeah, Exodus, the Bloody Knuckles, and actually, yeah, the Bloody Knuckles when it's not activated is the same as the Exodus. Although, actually, I'm gonna remove that any utility, but it's basically just this and the rugged gauntlets. It's basically the same. But then the Bloody Knuckles is basically the Exodus when it's not triggered, and then when it is triggered, it is 10% ahead. Centurion on the damage end is quite a bit ahead. And then, yeah, Memento is a drop, but then you give up 20% of your damage for having other things. How much is the Memento off of this? Still a chunk, right? So empty Memento is 9.7. Here, yeah. I mean, yeah, you have the brand bonus. Okay, let's colorize all this. So let's make Exodus. You know, I never used this, but we could make it something gray. I feel that's kind of fitting for the Exodus. Is white text readable in this? Yeah, kind of. Okay. Centurion. Actually, make that two colors like that. And then everything here, of course, white text, otherwise there ain't no reading that. This orange in here kind of, it's not working for me. Let's change this. For some reason, it makes it almost look like very old school. I think there's a gray in there, so it kind of makes it look like that. But that's fine. So Bloody Knuckles, same color here. Okay. I think that is done. Honestly, I think I'm gonna spread this, like this Capacitor 7 tier is gonna get its own thing. I'm gonna likely maybe make a video with just quirks of the season kind of things. And hey there, Pamic. The 5 buff is only for subgroup raid? No. A 5 buff is the whole raid. That's why one FI is enough for a raid. It's only like more recently just refactor that isn't, of new stuff that isn't. But same for OD, it's also both subgroups and stuff. It's actually odd that refactor isn't. And either Manly Stanley. I like saying that name. And either Henrique as well. Could you recommend LMG non-exotic, non-named with preferred talent, and stuck with Dare and Pestilence? There I wouldn't say is actually a decent pick. Overall, if you're going for LMGs, MG5, especially now with the new reload, you can just put Killer on it and kind of run it like a AR with a little bit longer reload, but then bigger magazine. So I've been using a lot of, and then specifically what you want, actually I don't have one here. Likely it's on the character itself. You want the infantry, or you don't want the infantry of G5, you want just MG5. And with this, yeah, killer or measured is generally my go-tos. Actually, this one's in here already for replacement of a different. And then also M249 is kind of good, but the M249 has a long reload. So I like using that sometimes as secondary. You just unload it like here and there, and then like the rest of the time you don't reload it basically in fights. You just unload it at the start of a fight, and then when it's empty, it just goes away. You swap to an AR, fight with that. But the MG5 you can just run as the main weapon. Another good one as well, Sleipnir is now really really good actually. And yeah, the negevs are also decent. But both the negevs and stuff, there are, for instance, fast stands or steady hand that still makes some sense. But MG5 killer is pretty killer. Let's for now put this one in the stash. Oh, well, Sleipnir would be named. That one's craftable. Yeah. And then actually, like most of the exotics are also good if you haven't tried them. The Iron Lung is pretty good also, and even Bullet King and Blue Screen are decent now as well. But yeah, MG5s are kind of a go-to. Should I replace? I think. Oh yeah, that's from. Okay, so this one likely I will replace with the MG5 just to run as a secondary. I gotta check here. That's an all red OD versus FI. In what sense do you mean? Because OD will do a lot more personal damage, but then like the buff is not as consistent for other players. The kind of depends as well, right? Like because FI, like if you're not actually, if everybody's getting chip damage, depending on like what is being played, can kind of give bad results too. But they're not kind of like one-to-one comparison. Like you can't compare them one-to-one kind of. Because especially if like a team is set up to kind of be together with the OD and everybody's like going with Sadist and stuff, like the OD can be much more strong than the FI. But then FI as well, just by itself can, even a red FI can kind of heal a little bit. So situationally, you could lean either way. Like for instance, for us in 4-man teams as well, OD like makes it so that we don't care about Pistolero or Ammo Directive. So, and then for instance, in 4-man team, the FI buff, you could say you could kind of likely keep it up more than in like Countdown, but then Countdown, yeah, it's affecting 7 people almost always, basically. With OD rounds, for instance, with the initial hunters, you know, until that hunter dies with a mark, nobody has ammo yet, so the OD isn't benefiting the team yet. There's cases to be made for either, and both are good, like especially when compared to like red True Patriot. It's possible to counter Pestilence, Stick, so in Conflict. As far as I know, not really. Be tanky, basically, is kind of the thing. They are indeed super annoying, but yeah, they're not anything that, you know, they're a debuff upon you, so they're not a status effect or anything, so you can't be protected against it. So we run 2 healers, and then I'm thinking Tribus Monkey. Tribus Monkey won't be Tribus China. 2 heals. What's a little increase, guys? Oh, to have a alternate healer. What's the Tribus China? As haste, right? I would think with high end you have so much haste already because you can make the second stat on everything haste. Like if you're just going to repair skill haste, you have so much haste already. And then yeah, Murakami kind of becomes a thing. Because yeah, if you're also not taking, because you could also take just because if the other one has BTSU and you don't need BTSU, you could have. I mean, honestly, depending on how much healing is needed there, I would maybe even lean more because that's what we used to do as well with, for instance, in Dark Hours and stuff. Is for instance run it with 2 combat medics on either end. Like that was our strat for quite a while because then you can kind of like hold your own. But if you're just there to heal. And yeah, maybe if you need to be Achilles 6 tier. Although the combat medic could have the Achilles also at 6 tier because it's not affected by anything else anyway. It's not affected by skill damage or anything. Mm. Only with Iron Lung? No, same here. Although I run it with a Carnage main, and then Iron Lung is there just to proc it here and there. Let's actually go a gaming. As yeah, I have a goal for today. I want to get first things first, kind of on this account, because we need to do 2 accounts. So today we'll kind of focus on this a little. I want to get the reward track actually fully done. In my case, basically means just getting a bunch of challenges and leveling in the meantime as well because of them. And yeah, let's go get started with that because we need to do a ton of transfers and stuff. We also need New York factions. So I'm gonna grab a tech tank. Let's go New York factions. So actually have any uncaptured control points. We'll start with some of those because I wouldn't mind greening up this here. MG5, try it. Yeah, definitely try out that one, especially with Striker, where it has even a little bit of weapon handling. Like that thing actually now reloads like an AR. So
Thanks for the trade.
actually, I wanted to check if I'm empty. I am empty. Anything green here? Or mostly green, but not everything. Okay. Well, we need some bounties too. If you don't have any bounties saved up. Lactus and a Raker. Well, likely won't go for the 10 bounties. I'll likely just go for the a bunch of other stuff. Because yeah, I just want the reward track done. I don't want all challenges. That will do on main account. Strongly opinionated, but yeah. The blue screen is definitely now a lot more usable than it ever has been. You do give up damage, but yeah, you gain some utility. How much value that has kind of will depend on, you know, what you're kind of doing with it and stuff. Especially in Negotiator, blue screen is actually pretty good. Because tomorrow in each phase I need to run skill build 10% haste and change for China. Anything, I already used the name in the back since it's gonna see over 30 seconds, which is fast. Yeah. Trying to think, I'm going through the list of exotics. What could be useful there? Thing is, the 2-piece China, yeah, 2-piece. Is it 2-piece mark? Wait, what was the second piece? No, 3-piece mark, or is 2-piece healing? Yeah, 3-piece is damage, right? 2-piece is skill duration plus. Although if you're just running 5, or if you're okay, if you're current cam, yeah, then for that's nice. And I don't think actually any other exotic would be useful there. But honestly as well, I would think like a combat medic could do the same, because if you're just there to heal, that has more than enough healing for that, and is a 6 skill tier. Depends also how fast you're going through the phases. But even that could be helped by the overcharge. Don't know if the overcharge goes on before the Achilles, because that would reset it anyway. But also Achilles is pretty short, right? Like just by itself. I can't see it, of course, without specialization. Oh no, what am I talking about? Achilles, not the other thing. Because yeah, it has actually built-in skill haste even with it. So even likely on a combat medic that would have more than enough. Also depends as well if like the damage is needed there. So I can get the Rocket Lady Salon. Yeah, look. I mean, just the striker one would be able to just likely kill an enemy by itself without too much effort.
Charge compromised. Charge transfer activated.
Or might be on the other have both loadouts at available, because the only thing that the combat medic then doesn't have is like that high amounts of healing. Like it depends also, yeah, on if you're healing that much, because normally the combat medic's heal is mostly its hive. And then BTSU with it, because that's getting you the haste of it. The chem is kind of like on top, so that could be the only problem I can foresee with it. But kind of depends, yeah, how much damage would be useful and how much healing is needed actually. But there's of course also another healer. So. Stand water and
you like this?
I'll leave the bullets. What do you mean bullets? I mean, Faraday was always a thing there, right? With them shocks in the mortars. Where are these shots even? What? Oh! We're gonna find them. They were directly underneath me. Behind my shield. What a place to hide. Yeah, let's give the signal. Oh, actually. Thought you could do it right outside there, but you can't.
Reinforcements en route. Incoming hostiles detected. Agent charge compromised. Charge transfer activated.
That was one of ours, right?
Should actually do a bunch of transfers by melee, because we need a ton of those. Could actually check if I have a Sweet Dreams or Lullaby. Actually, well, this account doesn't have a Lullaby. Oh, Sweet Dreams in my inventory.
Shade signature.
That's right, I need to get some weak points. I actually did quickly get account 3 done this afternoon, so refreshed on. I had like an hour and a half.
Let's get these bastards. Let's go.
In like 3 half-hour chunks. So I kind of got third account done. Just the reward track, not the whole list. Oh, there, headshots.
Agent charge compromised. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Yeah, that's fine. Considering how good the Memento backpack is, yeah, it's very. Although, Memento, they see the mementos there. But yeah, the Memento is, as long as you're making. Generally, what I say is, if you're making use of 3 of its things, because it has 6 things, right? It has 3 short, 3 long things. If you're making really effectively use of 3 of its things, then it's already decent. If you're making use of 4, then it's really good. And in this case, we're kind of making use of 5 even.
Not hiding anymore. I see them. Reloading.
Because I am even picking up the short ones, because I'm fighting, you know, close quarters, so I'm picking up some of the short ones as well, even for some more damage and the bonus armor, and that's making use of the regen. And both of the weapon damages basically because of that.
Charge compromised.
And then the skill efficiency as well, we're using
We got them all.
for the shield and for the hive.
Supply room access unlocked.
Yeah.
And then becomes really good. Let's look at our loot up here. I'm actually going to go and re-green the entirety of New York here first. I was also getting a few of these faction kills. I'm mostly here as well. I'm kind of doing it solo because in a group setting it's actually harder to maintain the thing. Like for most of these challenges it's best done solo, honestly, because you have control over, you know, everything is aggroing you. Yeah, let's go for that one. Maybe we grab this one along the way. Then we have that one, okay. This is mostly to get the 25 from the faction then. And as well to have my New York kind of green again. If we need to do some priority objectiving, it's kind of nice. I have a mostly green New York. If your team has a OD buff or not having experience with it. Basically, whenever a marked kill happens, you can know that they have it, and then, you know, they'll bleed enemies as well. So there is no icon of it or anything, but whenever a kill recently has happened with a mark, then yeah, they have the ammo. And yeah, for them on their side, you'll see that you have special ammo, that you have the hollow points.
Hostile control point detected.
The memory card's okay. It'll be over soon.
I'll take the inner rat here. Hello, cleaners. I heard you like fire.
Charge exposed. Shade signature exposed to melee.
Hey, shithead, keep your distance.
Alright, I'll take that weak point.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Yeah, I was gonna say they spawn way too far away for that.
Charge transfer completed.
Specifically aiming for the head here, getting some of those headshots in. Which also means a lot more misses. It would actually be faster for me to just body shot. But just because I would hit more, but as well get those kills in. I'm actually gonna grab this bounty. Might go for the 10 bounty. But for now, we're going that way.
Let's get him!
Have some of this.
I'll fucking kill you!
I have full charge.
Charge compromised. Shade signature exposed to melee.
Yeah, one of the things is once they're like very exposed, you don't on this one you don't even need the sweet dreams really, because you can't just smack them to death like that. I think it's also just 10 kills. So. Hear the news about Division meet up in the cool kids use IPs. Well, we'll have to see actually for which end it turns out better. Although my guess is yeah, more for that side. But yeah, indeed, I've actually looked into it a little bit. Because I was like curious of like why you would do it this way, and It's too early to speculate to know what is. I was actually going to call him in as well. Maybe we get some
Reinforcements incoming.
rogues. I wouldn't mind. But I didn't check what the targeted here is.
You're fucked.
Just to also make it a little quicker.
Charge compromised.
And having
Charge transfer
a free pulse is kind of nice.
Get hands on my kid.
Oh, skill mods.
You'll pay for that.
Because I've seen a lot of doom and gloom around it, which just like is like if you're trying to be nice to those people is at best speculation. Well, we'll have to just wait and see what this actually means, because in reality what it basically means for now is just likely Tencent especially wanted to invest in those IPs.
armored hostile detected.
They likely pushed for, you know, getting those separated out into a different entity just so they can invest in just that. But then what that means for the rest of the IPs, we'll have to see.
Charge compromised. Incoming
Using
hostile
Lexington with
detected.
flatline in here, yes. It's nice and consistent for this tech tank. We already are running technicians, or technician for,
Activated.
for the tech tank part of it. Killer would actually, when it's active and in here as well, would likely actually overall be a decent amount more damage. Especially if I kind of changed up the build a little to be a little higher crit chance than it is now. It's actually pretty low on the crit chance, crit damage. Just because that's how it lands up. But then still I wouldn't have the consistency with it, which I would like here. Because I like having the damage also on that very first enemy. Especially if like that first enemy is
Broadcast picked up.
a rogue or something that I just need to kill. And flatline is just a little bit above measured for this build as well.
Heavily armored hostile detected. Charge transfer initiated.
In all of this, there's just the Warhound just chilling.
Charge compromised.
If you're gonna shoot these on the shield for some stacks. Elite cleaners done.
System reactivated. Hostile broadcast detected.
Down. Fuck you.
No reps.
Supply room.
Because I also don't deny that it could be really bad news for basically the other ones. Although I'm just because of how the history of kind of Ubisoft has been, I'm gonna guess that they're likely not going to be okay with like kind of. Because one of the other things this could be is just, you know, you put the profitable things in a separate entity, and then you kind of, you know, you basically load everything up into a new ship and you sink the old ship, basically. But I don't think this is that, because usually that would be done the other way around. Like, if nothing else, even in like in the gaming community, it's not like the best held named, right? Ubisoft, but still has a lot of value by itself. So if they were kind of doing that, I would see it be likely done the other way around, where stuff gets offloaded into like Division, like Ghost Recon, like Splinter Cell, into something separate, and then they basically sell that off, just selling the IP franchise, the rights to it off, and then do I want to even do that one? Not particularly. Let's go. I should get a bounty here as well with Rikers. Don't care too much about that control point, although we'll still likely go for it. Let's maybe get a few bounties in as well. But yeah, we'll just have to, on our end, it's just going to be a wait and see. I'm not actually sure who the is Tencent in there with the Chinese division? I don't think so, right? They're not in any way. Attached to that. All right.
Charge compromised. Activated charge transfer.
But to me, that would be as well. Although, so from what I understand as well, like Tencent is also part of like, you know, investor in some actually good games. Sometimes as well.
Detecting additional hostile
With
contacts.
Pad of XL coming up usually.
Charge transfer activated.
That's also our elite Rikers. As well grab these while I'm here.
We're done.
That's rank 5. I think that was still from I was still in double XP for this account because I got a burden of truth thingy there. Yeah, let's jump over there and get that bounty, seeing as we can get really close to it. And hey there, Alexander. Any plans on making Chameleon builds videos? The thing is, Chameleon is just a weapon. I generally, like, with a lot of builds, you can run a lot of weapons. Chameleon is already, for instance, on the build pictures of, on the side of it, basically, for strikers and negotiators and stuff like that. Because it doesn't need its own build. There's no, like, per se.
Friendly supply convoy detected.
You just run it with anything you would like. But for instance, for me, I do have a build picture that is, like, does have the Chameleon actually as the main weapon. Because that's the one place that I think it fits really well, which is the striker tech tank. Mostly because that build is already kind of set up to be really close range. That's the biggest issue that Chameleon kind of has, is its effective range is not there. You kind of need to be fighting 15 meter-ish, honestly. That's why also some people just put it on Hunter's Fury, which, I would still just put it on Striker.
Agent, target spotted.
Or Heartbreaker, actually, if you want to. And then situationally, Chameleon can be really strong. But the thing is, situational. It's not a... like, I wouldn't just pick it as my general pick. I would much rather have something that is a lot more consistent. Which, for instance, just a high-end weapon with killer or measure can get me that.
Exposed to melee. Charge exposed.
But honestly, ever since it had detox as its third stat, it was already decent, and then now with the reduction to how many hits you need on body for it to activate, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, there we go.
Charge transfer.
That's your target.
This place is always a pretty good place for bounties. There's actually kind of a bounty cheese area in this zone. Let's put everybody in front of me. I know, I'm not doing a good job stacking.
Target neutralized. Good work.
Partially because it's not needed against the other enemies, but against the named, for instance, there, yeah.
Agent, target spotted.
Charge transfer activated.
I actually got the headshots done there. Something popped up there.
Charge exposed.
You got the target. Nice.
It's a little better with some stacks.
That's another one down. Good job, Agent.
Yeah, so with that one in, so I should go get this one in. Should have done some other guys, but no. Oh yeah, Warframe as well, so comes up in that. And it seemed to be just investor group almost more so than, you know, hands-on approach. Because one of the things I saw as well, people bring up is just like, oh, they sold it off to Tencent. No, Tencent has a 25% stake in that company, so they don't even have the majority vote in that entity. It's funny that the entity has no name as well. Usually they at least give it kind of a name, but yeah, it's still basically controlled by Ubisoft. Oh, actually I can use this guy. Transfer charge.
Exposed.
And then
Shade signature exposed.
that's 1 weak point, that's 2 weak points, that's 3 weak points, although it's only 20 as well, so it's not like it's hard to get done, but yeah, not gonna loot this. Let's go fast. Yeah, no worries, accident. But a chameleon is pretty like good weapon, especially if you can get close range and stuff with it. If you're confident in getting close range. But that's also then like its limitation. If you're not comfortable getting close range, if you're fighting from too far away and such, you might be better off
Charge
with
compromised.
something else.
Charge transfer initiated.
Chinese version published by... Oh, that one's... Okay. No, I mean, Chinese versions usually of games like basically the only way to get your games released in China is you have to give it to a Chinese developer basically, and they kind of release it for you. and it's basically their way or the highway kind of thing. That also means basically that, yeah, they're kind of completely different games. And a bunch of games are kind of like that as well. Like War Thunder and World of Tanks famously have like Chinese version Hearthstone, and then WoW as well and stuff, which are kind of just completely different. And usually as well, they don't give kind of like the things that they change don't per se go back into the main game, but then usually there's a deal there that like anything originally added to it, they basically, or added to the original game, they basically get access to as well. Doesn't mean they always implement it and stuff, but this is just customers when they incur content action game. Want to be profitable. Oh yeah. Although, well, of course, they want it to be profitable goes along with, you know, if you're not, we come in and we tell you how to be profitable, at least according to us. That's usually, it's one of those deals that as long as it's going well, it's well. But in here, that's basically the same thing as well. They seem to just have a big cash upfront investment into that entity, and then luckily this guy didn't rocket launcher me.
Target down. Good job.
So could you not have been anywhere else? I wanna go into that corner. Where's this purple? Oh, already can. Because of those things will despawn. Also, yeah, Flunky, Granny, and BD. Yeah, Flunky Granny. Grandma flunked out of high school. Very high school. Yeah. But yeah, we'll kind of have to see what this in the end means. Because this is also kind of in line as well with kind of earlier statements made by kind of under the Ubisoft banner of them just, you know, focusing more on live service games. Because Division kind of fits that. The Ghost Recons, like the last Ghost Recon, definitely fit that too. Breakpoint.
Target neutralized.
And then really only from the list that they kind of set over to them, or you know, to the different entity, is only Rainbow Six Siege kind of fits that. And even then, that wouldn't per se. I mean, meh. Would you consider Siege a live service game? I mean, I would. It's also not per se like the classic version of that.
Activated charge transfer.
Oxy, nice.
Wait, think you're hot shit, don't you?
How did that not blow up your drones? Likely they weren't really spawned in.
Charge exposed.
Target down. Good job.
He just ran up there to be with you.
Thank you for keeping us safe, Agent.
Go away, mini tank. Marauder. Oh, actually, no. What was this? No. It's just some weird chopper sound in the distance. Yeah, let's go do these two as well then while we're at it. But honestly, with it all as well, I'm just we'll wait and see. Likely this won't affect, you know, things. Even if stuff is on the chopping block, this wouldn't be right away. Kind of, this wouldn't be the upcoming DLC and stuff. They're already kind of, well, year 7 likely is getting produced already and stuff. All right, you would think. One would hope. Oh yeah, actually I need some spec kills, although... yeah, I don't even take those shots now anymore. Yeah, I was gonna say. On heroic, these guys will likely be the chunky. Try to single. Although that one's not too hard to get either, but not on this build per se. But let's swap builds for it. I need some food apparently. It's quite often a named group here as well.
Exposed to melee.
Reloading this stupid gun when I should be shooting shit.
I mean, you have to reload the stupid gun to shoot shit, so
Charge compromised.
I don't have much say in the matter.
Come here.
Now we're doing that. Disrupts getting done. Cover to cover discharge is getting done. Well, actually, I should have a full charge before I do this.
Shield is gonna help.
Activated charge transfer.
This disrupts done. Yeah, let's not go for headshots anymore. I don't think we need them. It's gonna aggro everybody.
Charge exposed. Charge transfer initiated.
And it's not a bad idea actually to just do that at the start of a fight.
Running on.
Can I do this twice? No, they didn't count the second time. I think I already checked on the other one. Is it 77? Still 77. Let's get some.
That was the easy one. Now try me.
Okay. Same result.
Spotted.
Grab some ammo while we're here. And let's go fight amongst some gold. Oh, also all three spawned here. That's always annoying. Let's just try to murder one quickly.
You got the target. Nice.
Just
Charge
that's
compromised.
Again.
Activated charge transfer.
Oh shit! I forgot.
Target down.
And I should maybe turn on some directors when I also happy to just have the minimap and just run quicker.
Target neutralized. Good work.
Because we'll likely get it all done with a bunch of challenges then. Also, there you go. We had some double XP actually. So.
Looks like you earned yourself another bounty. Well done.
I know. Apparently, we're going for the bounties anyway. Any updates on Cleve? Do you mean with engine? Actually, I've been kind of a dick and kind of been going slow on it. I should actually have the. Like my worst trait is always communication. So I've just been forgetting to kind of respond here or there to DMs like for a day or two, and then we'll see about getting something going to. Thing is, as well, I'm kind of busy now. So is he. So was kind of waiting as well for a little bit quieter time. Although I'm not sure that is actually gonna. I was hoping next week would be a little bit quieter, but actually it doesn't look to be.
Stop fucking crying.
Also, I'm not per se too much in a hurry. The offer stands, and
You think you're such a badass?
Get the target over there.
Got one.
we'll see if like there is something to do there.
Agent charge compromised.
Because one thing I would also love to do for that is just that call for backup kind of podcasty kind of thing. But first, I want to actually do an episode. Like, well, it would be super cool to, like, you know, start there. But I think actually I should do the first episode with like somebody with which I already have a rapport and stuff. Just also to kind of iron out all of the issues. Because, you know, as always, when doing something new, there'll be technical issues, there'll be
Location.
segments and stuff that don't work or something.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Dealing with it.
It's there.
Target is right here.
Really? That was just
Up and running.
millisecond too late, apparently.
Charge transfer initiated. Agent charge compromised.
You know, when the charge is full, you do take a lot of incoming damage extra, so it's pretty easy actually as a tech tank to die when you have full charge.
Tango, under fire. Fuck off.
Get it. Go up. Okay. Stay here too.
I'm dry. Gotta reload.
Okay. Let's get this black dust bounty too. Unlikely I'll go do both of them. That's where jeez. Skill in game. I can see. Well,
The target is nearby.
we only could have done that if Tencent also took this game over, so yeah, sadly. We need Tencent money for that. Yeah, no. I mean, yeah. Although this one isn't per se, like, that hard. But yeah, I've seen people just struggle through. Funny thing is, like, they're streaming it, and I'm just like, why isn't anybody, like, telling them, hey, have you considered that you don't have to just see this as a... You don't... Hollywood doesn't mean that just you have to do double damage against everything.
Charge exposed.
Hell, if you do the right thing, it's actually,
Transfer activated.
you know, it's like that. It's easy, man.
Hey, watch yourself.
We're 8 out of 10 on the melees. Well, I'm part of the problem there as well, but I feel if I kind of pipe in, then it feels a little like if they get it from somebody that is already like watching their channel, that would be less bad, man.
Let's dance, motherfuckers!
Spiking them up!
NG set!
Charge transfer completed. Agent charge compromised.
Damn, where'd you all come from?
Sir, could you get out of my...
Take him out!
You know what? Here, you have it.
Shut him down!
Gotta reload this fucking thing!
Get a few more melees in.
I'm gonna make you...
He was gonna make me something. Okay, we need to do some more coverage covers.
MG ready!
Charge transfer initiated.
Stay still so I can kill you! Let go! What the hell?
I always love that. Stay still so I can kill you. It's just like, you know, that's not very enticing, right? Not really making me want to stay still. Wait, how many waves are we getting here?
Charge transfer initiated. Agent charge compromised.
It'll all be over soon!
That's your target.
I don't think I've seen that many waves here that often. But the thing is as well, like, it wouldn't help. Like, even if you had that, people would skip it. Like, how many people... Every season, at the start of the season, it's like a dozen Reddit messages of people going, hey, what is this thing? Like, you know, this bar to the side of my thing. Like, yeah. And that's the, for instance, that as well is like a forced
Good job.
thing that the game kind of pulls you into. Like, doesn't help.
Charge transfer initiated.
That gun!
Charge exposed.
Because what is of course even worse about those guys is that they also didn't like even take the time to search on Reddit
Target. Nice.
if there was actually already answers to the questions they already had. Like on top of not only didn't they read the original prompt, they also failed to like search for.
Can't see you from here! Fucker! See ya!
Target neutralized. Good work. Thank you for keeping us safe, Agent.
Is this door just gonna okay? Keep firing at that storage space here. Yeah, let's because I had the other bounties also here, right here. Let's go get the Black Tusk one done as well. We can cheese to here. This is one of the few places as well where yeah, bounties in this zone, they mostly go here. So we're just gonna exit the zone and then open automatically, and it'll likely go here. Usually some people out here. Not today though. Nice. Let's go begin some black disc.
Target is near you, Agent.
Oh, really? You don't say. Okay. Hedgy, Jidgy, and Flipper. Flipper is on a pier?
Light him up!
Agent charge compromised.
Take that!
I usually check what I have remaining. Also, I should check how far into the reward track we are. It's gonna do the same thing again.
Enemy taking fire!
Milliseconds early.
Charge transfer initiated.
Does it just solo spawn a lot more here? I haven't done this area solo in a while. Almost killed my shield there.
Charge transfer activated.
Because they do actually hit a lot harder.
Charge exposed.
He's coming around!
Shoot him, damn it!
Especially elites.
Deploying the drone!
Punch for punch.
It's to you. Get up, ass!
Leave the asshole on the ground.
Drone active.
Activated charge transfer.
They're coming!
Guys, I just came up here. Everybody jumped in.
I got him! Give up!
Hey, all rewards in left.
Agent, target spotted.
I'm kind of thinking, do I maybe go for the full list? Let's actually see how far into it we are.
Here we go! I need something!
Charge compromised. Charge
Did he shock himself? What happened?
Gotta move.
You got the target. Nice.
Sending the
That
UAV
almost
coordinates.
murdered me. Ah, I needed that too. I needed my aim. Shoot those things there.
What the?
Could you make up your mind where you're going?
Immediate medical assistance needed.
There's one behind me. I'm dead.
Agent deceased.
I'll let them get. I should have gone actually for just getting everybody in front of me. Let's actually retry that one. Let's take our revenge. Also, there's some loot there, so might as well. Someone's in the nice sort of laterally.
Friendly supply
Oh, yeah.
convoy in proximity.
The funny thing is though that also like the global events they're not on by default. Also, you can't like if you matchmake, they're not. It's not like with the modifier where through matchmaking it might turn on for you or something. It's always funny to me that like they have it on and then they just don't know what to do with it. Which, honestly, as well, the game doesn't explain too well.
Exposed.
But it's also not per se, you know. Half of the fun is kind of like figuring out what works. But then also, you would consider that people would figure out something. And honestly, the game does that because all of those global events as well, they all have the... Oh, I didn't actually start the bounty. Have actually a pop-up that kind of explains how they are kind of set up. But yeah, they get skipped by everybody. I mean, what was it?
Target
It's
is
still a
nearby.
thing. Yeah, I know. But also, yeah, the means of our... Or at least at the current time, to my understanding, it's not accidentally going to happen for anyone, so
We got TIC.
it's kind of fine.
Sending intro.
Agent charge compromised.
But yeah, they didn't need to address that at some point. Well, I think now it's only like you can't affect the... With golden bullet and stuff, you don't get the golden bullet, right? It's just, especially with this one, it's a debuff on the enemy, and there it still works. Although I haven't looked into it as well, and it's just not that interested in it.
I don't have a visual.
I don't think that spin to the face.
No good. Got a KIA here.
Charge compromised.
Yeah, you do. And luckily we left a bunch of mementos from last round running through. Two isn't enough for... You know what? Let's take the heal here. And a snipers with the full charge on me kinda hurt. Definitely.
Activated charge transfer.
Get me another plate.
Charge exposed.
And that guy should transfer to over there. Okay, now he's in front of me at least.
That's your target.
Get a transfer off.
Activated charge transfer.
Target neutralized. Good work.
A little cleaner.
I'm under fire.
Target down. Good job. You got the target. Nice.
Sometimes you just have to be aggressive. It pays off more usually
Looks like you earned yourself
than
another bounty. Well done.
what I was trying to do. The last time was just kind of pick one off, but then I got surrounded by them. Necessary exposed and then respond to call for backups. I get both RNG exclusively. Yeah, that's kind of the the ways to get it, indeed. It's better to use Vision Spectre over Striker Backpack. I just want to show Dad's video. In my opinion, no. In Dad's opinion, yes. But he, I feel, made a mistake there by not including glass chest versus a glass chest, because nothing is stopping you from just running glass chest. The thing that Vigilance gets you is a little bit more upfront damage, especially for the first few enemies.
Detected.
Actually, I'm scout against these rogues. But then also Vigilance has this downside of whenever you get hit, now you're dropping a ton of damage. And then Unstoppable Force has the inverse thing of, like, for instance here, if I had Unstoppable Force, like,
Charge
I'm gonna get
compromised.
one stack of this guy to use against that guy. But then Striker, Backpack would just stack up normally. The thing is, basically, all three of them are pretty good. I'm kind of dead here, actually. It depends on if I can get...
Shade network exposed to melee. Hostile sniper turret detected.
Never a good sound. But basically, all three are definitely choices. But I wouldn't go Vigilance unless you're going Perfect Glass Cannon. Or basically, at least glass. Well, you would go Glass Cannon if you're going, or you would go Perfect Glass Cannon if you're going Glass Cannon. First of all, and then only really when you're doing that does the Vigilance make sense. Because also doing Obliterate Vigilance, that actually doesn't give as good results, especially on the like the zero stacks version kind of it. Oh, you know what? Let's go actually capture. Actually, so what do I need to do? Anything that I can kind of get done quickly here? Because yeah, we do have the reward track done. That's the main goal that I had. So maybe we can leave it there as well. So expose our hostiles. Oh, sidearm kills. Yeah. Let's actually, let's take this character back to, and then we'll just swap against. Okay. The thing is, it's not even just on paper. The thing is, like, what I had umbrage with that video of that is, well, first of all, yeah, he puts glass up against Obliterate. Like, yeah, one of those things is gonna beat you always, basically. And there's nothing stopping you from going Perfect Glass Cannon Chest and Coyote, which is so actually not the next video, but the video after that is also going to be kind of about this on my end. But then also, like, it's not like it is just benefits. It's, you know, Vigilance drops when you get hit. Striker Backpack doesn't have the upfront damage, which Vigilance then has. Like, it's trade-offs, and also kind of what you need. Actually, let's that one shiny wink piece in. But sometimes it's better to have upfront damage. Sometimes it's better to have top-end damage. Kind of depends on if you're, you know, what you're fighting. If it's just a quick fight, like, let's say, activities, you'll likely not reach the 100 stacks, and then maybe you could make a case for Vigilance. Or even Ensemble Force, for instance, if you're just doing public executions and stuff. But then if you're in Countdown, where you have, like, longer fights and you can be at 100 stacks most of the time and stuff, and then also, you know, you might get hit a little bit and you don't want to drop your damage, now the backpack. So that's also going to be the conclusion of like, kind of that video. It's just like, no, it's basically all of these are options, but they should also all just be kind of presented like that, and kind of going like, Striker Backpack is dead is... I'm still kind of considering making that video for no particular reason instead of just in-depth look. Because that video did make me kind of mad when I first watched it, just because there's like such an obvious thing to do there, which is just not done. Yeah, let's actually grab some of the rewards already. So the reason I want these event timeline reward track rewards is I'm gonna leave the named item and the exotic caches. I'm gonna actually grab some of these as well on the hardcore, especially the season caches, but I don't care enough. We'll leave the exotics and stuff there, and I grabbed actually accidentally one of the name caches. Especially the exotics and stuff there, they'll go to actually the level 30 character on this account. So next week on Tuesday after reset, I'll log in on those characters. If it goes to the mailbox and that's the first characters you log in on is a level 30, it'll make them level 30 caches for the named and for the exotic caches. I'm just using that system to basically whatever is remaining in here will go to the mailbox, and then if I log in first on that character, these will be level 30s. So that's the thing I do always with global events. Let's also get 3 exotic caches, kind of emptying this account out. Three more exotic components. How much do I have here nowadays? Oh, well, we're back to 200 already. Yeah, let's swap over accounts. Let's go back to main account. And in the background, we'll go black for a second as we swap. Come on, log out. Originally feels like shooting blanks, so not necessarily. Sorry, myself. Oh yeah, if you're dropping a big bonus like that. The thing is, Vigilance is still pretty good, but yeah, you have to kind of discuss it as that. Like, it has upsides, it has downsides, in the same way as everything. I'm definitely not against it, and especially, yeah, even for instance in the recommended folder on Striker. Nowadays, I do have a like glass chest plus vigilance version. And this, I would say, like, yeah, you have you have a bit more upfront damage. You have to just watch out not to get hit, but both of the things can rely on that. And then, you know, especially for a more experienced player, you could likely get a lot out of this, but it's still like number 5 recommended, basically, and then the first 3 are obliterates with different weapon types. And then a chest striker, and then that. Actually, yeah, the spreadsheet that we were working on, this kind of exactly actually for that video. Where I'm going to talk about. Also, the thing is, though, in that video, I also want to talk about chest talents for it, because I feel focus has kind of been forgotten, but even as well, spotter as a good uptime deal. Oh, actually, yeah, we should actually alter this. I realize now. Let's actually fix this up. I forgot something here. Which is, because I'm already like, yeah, why is this 95% of an obliterate? Because it's less than that. Because you also lose the crit chance mod. Or, well, you lose a weapon mod. Yeah, then let's load up on this character first. Yeah, let's actually fix this for a second, because I'll forget later. But then also, isn't this with 2 crit damage mods? So isn't this just minus 10?
Safe area entered.
Let's actually see for a second. So if I go this and I grab, let's say that, and actually even have a spider chest, so that doesn't matter. And if we take, let's say, a carbine 7. Oh, I forgot to fix up the striker build on the other character. Is your one actually kind of set up again? I need to fix up all this, okay. Because I flipped a lot of crit chances to crit damages and stuff. I should remember to go back and do that, because otherwise I'll mess it all up. So 24. Just as a placeholder, I just put a reload mod in there. So 24, so minus 48. And that is with 1 crit chance mod, right? Not double crit damage. So 24, 48. So 161 minus 48. Wait, that seems also way too low. What happened there? Oh no, we're going for 51 crit chance. No mind. We have a coyote still. We're not going for the 60. Oh, so 51 would be not doable here. Wait, what? Wait, 36. So, oh yeah, no, the weapon would still have 1 crit chance mod. That's the thing. Okay, so yeah, 41 to 51 would normally be that. Oh, actually, we can't hit that anymore, right? Because the mod's there. What would we hit then? 53. So with double crit chance here, we would hit 52 at least. Right, yeah. 52. So this would be 52. Linked laser pointer, 52 CC. That's a silly mistake actually to make, but so 141 minus 12. Which is 129. Oh, and this is then the closer. Shit. So, wait. Wait, I think I did the closer then right, likely. I mean, it's basically just not a chess talent. So yeah, this would be okay. Now this makes sense. This is why this was that. So this is. Oh no, so this is 50. Okay. And then this would be 38, 141. So this would be 50 minus 24. So here 50. Let me check if I missed anything. Let's see. 141 minus 24. Yeah. Yeah, I would basically lose 12 crit damage right here. So there we go. I got you, yeah. So, because yeah, how didn't I catch that? The closer would win against the Cheska with 5% on 15 versus Cheska 8 crit chance. And then this even gets when killer is active because we're lower on crit damage. So at least, yeah, some usage for that closer chest. Yeah. Fix the mistake there. But actually, so this will be the core of an upcoming video where we gonna discuss both chest talents and then backpack talents, and then in different ways. And yeah, kind of, especially going sacrifice plus striker backpack at 100 stacks with Coyote. Yeah, that's actually ahead even at 100 stacks. Because of course, yeah, at 0 stacks, that vigilance can be kind of like 20% ahead. But then also when it falls away, it's 5% behind. And then even at 50 stacks or something, that like it already, most of the difference is already out of it. Because we're going from at 0 stacks, it's 20% for vigilance. And then even at like 50 stacks, it's just 6%. And then at 75 stacks, it's like 2% still. And then at 100 stacks, it's in favor of the striker backpack. But yeah, I'm good that we fixed that up. Let's actually fix up load whatever that Carbine 7 was part of, which is of course it's just a placeholder. I feel might as well have a Carbine 7, although that one needs to then be replaced nowadays with a Honey Badger. Yeah, let's leave this character behind. Let's go to character 1. Oh, and actually, yeah, so kind of feeling like mentally drained already. I was going like, do I jump into some conflicts? But actually, I'm gonna go get a Nemesis run in. Just to... I've been keeping the tradition up of doing the weekly every week. So even though I'm no longer gonna get collectibles because that's not an option. We already have all of them. But I still actually like doing a weekly Nemesis run. I don't know if anybody out there is interested in joining me for that though, as we'll go. Just for a quick Nemesis. It wasn't this again that I got the Nemesis patch already, right? Yeah, Burden of Truth Nemesis. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if anybody is interested in joining me. If you are, let me know, or just join on up. And otherwise, I'll head in by my lonesome. Which I don't mind with Rat either. Rat is pretty good.
Combat simulation program.
Because there's still Rat, right? Because there's Rat for today and tomorrow, but tomorrow I won't be streaming. I won't be playing much either because I'll be working. And then the big thing here is, especially in Rat, you can have all the separate multipliers basically. So you can have a weapon damage 1, total weapon damage 1, rate of fire, crit chance, crit damage, and then a separate multiplier. So that's kind of the go-to. I'll take that as everybody's doing their own shizzle. Let's jump in.
Shade tech prohibited.
Level 30 exotics and
Access
catches.
denied.
And no, if you're actually like one of the things you can do as well at level 30
Entering combat simulation program.
is
Combat
the
simulation program activated.
priority objectives are just available. So you can do priority objectives for exotics and stuff. Named caches and named items are a little bit rarer though, and some of them can be very handy. But mostly there, I'm doing that just on top. It's, you know, I'm already gonna get those reward things. I don't need them on at level 40, so I might as well let them go to level to that level 30. Let's take Demolisher and we'll take MP7. Or do we take AUG? Both are kind of in the same ballpark. Let's take the MP7. Now let's go do a Nemesis. Although, well, technically it's just one Nemesis with Sala. Because also Danny is a good way of getting some named caches and exotic caches. Nowadays on the accounts that I have level 30 characters on, or like have like watch all thing on, keep a character at level 30 and I just go and visit Danny with the level 30 character, get the caches there. The thing is as well, like if because I have all the exotics I need at level 40, and then if I deconstruct them just through account shared resources, it's not like, you know, they're going to waste. It's just have an extra chance of it actually being useful to a different character.
Console active.
Eyeless already. Overwhelm as my free talent, that's gonna get replaced. That's not gonna be useful. So do Habsburg background now that I've been background. Well, indeed, if you're on to the next one.
Entering new location.
Although yeah, the Habsburg grind is definitely a step above.
Hostiles constructing.
To a degree that honestly the Habsburg grind is mostly
Hostile construction initiated.
like you have to do crafting for it. There's nothing for my Firefly there to attach to. Let's go close the distance.
Console online.
And since the pistol changes, the M9, like the pistol used to be like super annoyingly weak. But actually, now it's less bad. Thing is, I want steady-handed as well, don't I? I will take that. Because I want Trauma Eyeless steady-handed, definitely, and then Vindictive is like, if I can get an extra slot. I know, let's just go for all in on the Nemesis. So go for the easiest.
Entering new location.
Let's see, spend characters on level 30. Did they patch it? Yeah. That used to be a thing that you could do. The level 30s had access to that shop.
Construction initiated. Constructing hostile combatant.
It was likely unintended because yeah, the level 30s could also go into Countdown. You could actually get into Countdown with a level 30. You can't. Actually, can you? I think they removed all the ways, right?
Active.
Definitely removed just matchmaking.
Supply station available.
I think, right? I haven't tried it in a while. But in the past, you could just matchmake as a level 30 for Countdown, and then it would tell you you can't, and then 20 seconds later, it would go like, hey, there's a group ready for you.
Room selected.
8 months?
Medium.
That seems excessive. Although that just means you get
Hostiles constructing.
very unlucky with it. Because,
Highlighted doors.
yeah, Backbone is rare, but it's not that,
Hostile construction
that level rare.
initiated.
Mostly because it's a name, even though it and then it's not one of the buggy names where it like drops a lot. So that's the only thing that kind of makes it kind of hard to get. But then with the Habsburgs, you're now looking at an unnamed item, but then this means that yeah, you have the entire list of talents.
Console available.
I think it's surgical. Obliterate and Strained are pretty big boys in this. Although, well, especially Obliterate, so having some surgical for it. I mean,
Entering new location. Difficulty rating. High value target. Hostiles constructing. Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
so it's one of those two.
Constructing hostile combatant.
At least it's a cleaner boss, and I have a Demolisher Firefly, so it should be easier. Still surprised. I'm still surprised they fixed up, like there was this stop sign hanging here. There's also a bunch of other floating items in the sand, which they actually fixed up. First boss, worst boss.
I'll fucking kill you.
Let's look at this guy upstairs. It's funny as well with playing SHD Exposed there. I felt pretty slow most of the time. Of course, now they go downstairs. I'm gonna take cover there in a second. Although, it's not needed. I hate my chains. Hopefully we get a good exotic. Should just go Plague. It's the safe bet. Just a little bit more damage. Let's take some damage, seeing as I don't have that many good talents yet. I know. Exactly. I mean, sometimes, yeah, it's about having just something to do. I'll take that M60, except for also foam. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Grab a nemesis by its buckle of its like belt. If it shoots you in the face, you're dead, except you have a health gate. So then you just let him go. Yeah, let's do the smart thing, right, Phil? Oh, shit.
Room selected. Difficulty rating.
It's gonna reset me, isn't it? I forgot to buy slot.
Hostile construction initiated.
I was so focused on that choice that I forgot the other. Although, like, I'm kind of fine. Like, we have overwhelm here to overwrite.
Deployed. Enemy on our flank. Whoa! No!
Console active.
Yeah. Although I know of people that have gone and tried to farm it and they just got it in a day or so. But yeah, those are extreme extreme luckiness. What special is just got the blueprints, right? So the Habsburg chest and backpack as brands have better bonuses than any other bonuses we could get, like Araldi and such, because they have 20 headshot on the second, or 20 marksman on the second piece. But they come with blue cores, so you need to, for them to make sense,
Hostile combatant.
or to go for max damage, basically, it's 2 pieces of Habsburg, and then
Spawn from highlighted
you need it
doors.
with Headhunter and Vigilance. So it's very expensive and hard pieces to get. I mostly got them through, crafting for them. Buying from the vendors pieces and then deconstructing them for the parts, plus resources from watchouts and stuff, and then...
Supply station online.
I like steady on the 2, that's fine.
Room selected. Difficulty rating easy.
Isaac's gonna kind of explain there as well.
Steam hazard activated.
Okay. Starting out, don't maybe like focus on trying to get those. Like if you want to try your luck, go ahead. But it's there is a much easier setup to go for starting out. That one is like a minor upgrade, especially for like if you run hotshot builds a lot.
Hostiles constructing. Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
It's like an because you can already make a hotshots build with Chainkiller and either Araldi or Providence. Second piece with Vigilance. That does like 99% of the way. It's like upgrading from a Ferrari to like a Veyron or something.
Console.
You have to really like fast cars to go like, you know what? This super fast car is not fast enough. I want an even faster fast car. I'm gonna take an adrenaline rush there, just also to not reroll too much, but then maybe if we get intimidate, I'll take it.
Entering new location. Difficulty rating medium.
Oh, is the good enough? Yeah. Although, well, I wouldn't say gift is easy to get as well.
Hostile construction.
But even, yeah, just any vigilance backpack, either Araldi or
Hostile spawn from
either
highlighted
Araldi
doors.
or Providence.
Still think you can get out of here alive?
Lost one.
I'll even Palisade. But I should try getting one of those Palisade vigilance backpacks
Console active.
at some point. Because giving up a little bit of headshot damage is not the worst thing to do for other bonuses.
Entering new room.
For each thing.
Difficulty rating.
One way to
High
find
value
out.
Target. Activating steam hazard prototype. Hostile
So
construction
it's that door up there
initiated.
and that door in the back.
Constructing hostile combatant.
It's gonna sit up on this door.
Roger that.
I just want to stay up here, so that's why I'm taking very long range shots there at enemies. Shouldn't actually weapon swap. Just keep the pestilence sticks on him. Oh. Still looking up out in the distance, but they were a lot closer. At any rate. Well. You're waiting all day. I'll take a skill tier here just for some fun elixir. Here we are at the regular time. Superhero Conan. Oh yeah. That's why, yeah, it would still be pretty hard piece to get. Although actually even a blue core could work, especially for instance for reanimate and stuff. Okay, let's not forget to buy slots this time. It's also, they'll buy 2 reds actually. Let's buy 2 reds. That M19 kind of looks good. Burn Sticky also not a worst idea. Although Demolisher I'm kind of fine with. We need some weapons. Although this would just be another SMG. To a degree that I'm just going to overwrite this, I think, and then keep... Oh no, let's put the SMG there. Because we could still maybe put different ammos in each. Anyway, we're on 52%, so above the curve, just barely.
Poison gas detected. Entering new room. Difficulty rating easy.
What I said with W. I should have one one of those too as well, main account. But yeah, the backpack with vigilance would fit in pretty well with hotshot and stuff.
Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
Because it would give up a little bit of damage and you would just gain 10 armor and kill. Which on top of the hotshots one could feel decent. Some of the things I'm also all up for is maybe rethinking, especially for like solo play, rethinking hotshot quite a bit. Seeing how much we can drop till we don't,
available.
till we can't kill purple starting out basically. No, it's like strained. Especially open for some obliterate on this loop.
Entering new location. Difficulty rating easy.
It's normally 30%, or is it bugged? Doesn't refresh after this, so you're gonna have to exit combat and re-enter. That shouldn't be the case. You can. The thing is, the icon of it kind of quite often breaks, so you shouldn't look at the icon on the buff bar.
Constructing hostile combatant.
A lot of those are currently kind of like very bugged. Same for negotiator, same for pestilence and stuff like that. It just you can't trust that.
Console active.
Because in actual play, sometimes yeah, that the icon is already gone, and you shoot and you still have it basically. But yeah, now it's always 30 seconds, and then yeah, it does keep working. It's just the kind of the buff bar icon breaks.
Electrical hazard detected.
Which kind of sucks.
Room selected. Difficulty rating.
Won't disagree with
medium.
that, but you just have to.
Constructing hostile.
After a while, you'll have a feel for like,
Hostiles constructing.
was that 30
Hostile
seconds or
spawn
not
from
since the last
highlighted
game?
door. Console active.
I don't have a slot, right? I mean, I do, but that's trauma. So let's take trauma there. And a moderate amount of rerolls, so I'm still doing okay, money-wise. I'm not gonna risk it. We could take the upgrade there, put us on 76, but then I need guaranteed, or to guarantee the Nemesis would be two easy rooms. If I take this, we're at 78, and I just need one easy room. So let's take this, and then it'll just be just one easy room
Hostile combatant.
in the next loop, which in an entire loop, that's kind of gonna happen.
Console available.
I kind of like this M1928
Supply station activated.
in countdown only, because yeah, in here there is no mods or anything, so weapons that don't rely on mods actually are a little bit ahead. Let's take the Intimidate. Here is the last room, right? So we'll take the Intimidate just in case I get pushed by the Nemesis. I have Adrenaline Rush as well, and we're gonna buy that last slot anyways for Obliterate. Also, actually, yeah, let's see if there's flame rounds here. No. And the shock rounds don't work against the Nemesis. They specifically made him immune to shock. That's gonna. Yeah, no worries.
Electrical hazard simulation activated.
But yeah, there's a lot of those kind of icons broken, but it's also not high priority for them because,
High value target.
like I can guess that wouldn't be high priority for them is they're only visual. Same for Pestilence here as well. Quite often, like,
From highlighted doors.
there is like a Pestilence debuff, but it doesn't have like a bar underneath it and stuff like that. Same for Negotiator as well, and such. But the talent underneath still works as advertised. So. And I'm bringing Div 1 strats over into Div 2. Tap firing. Should just use the pistol there, actually. And the spread range in here is much smaller for Pestilence. It's only 10 meters instead of the 25 outside. That's also understandable they went for that, because otherwise it would have been way too good. So they gave it a slight nerf in here. Oh yeah, I forgot. Dangerous to have your back against the wall there. Well, it's mostly usually a thing for true sun fights. Because they have those rocket launcher ladies. Like if you sit up there, they'll hit the wall behind you and still hurt you. It's ourselves loop 3. You're the best. Well, thank you for really stroking my ego there, Pinky. Watch out! I'll turn into one of those YouTubers. It's just like, I don't know what happened to them. They used to be so kind. Now they're just, they're just one big head. Oh, you mean about like what's a P0? But yeah, no, I was well, we're kind of I'm just solo here. Also, often yeah, do our own things. Think of you okay. Okay. What do you say to a llama who loves to picnic? Alpaca lunch. Although technically that doesn't work, right? Alpacas are different than llamas, right? Like they're not the same. They're not interchangeable. Okay, no, alpacas is a species of llama. Okay. Okay, there's apparently an alpaca farm. Wait, where's the distance? If I were to leave now, even though they're closed, like 20 minutes of, no, 25 minutes by car away from me. Guess MG5. What was the skills? Yeah, let's take Oxy. No, MG5. Oh yeah, it has to make sense. Damn it. Let's take a utility slot. And let's take the all red. And we're on 78%. We just need one easy. This is that one easy. So
Entering new location.
I'm guaranteed the nemesis.
Hostiles constructing. Hostile spawn from highlighted doors. Hostile construction initiated.
Oh yeah. I see. All the dad jokes are coming out now. It's the other one then.
I have you.
Console available.
Spoiler warning, he didn't have him. What am I missing? Obliterate. The one reroll. Yeah, I don't think I aged. And then from here on out, even with all mediums, we'll still make the nemesis. It's guaranteed to at least have a medium, so.
Hostiles constructing.
Oh, that's
Hostile
both
spawn from
doors
highlighted
already.
doors. Constructing hostile combatant.
I'll pin the target. You take them out.
They're instant using the Firefly. Firefly is actually pretty good when you also use the instant use like that. Thing is, yeah, you shouldn't like aim it, but same goes for stickies. just instant use it. Trauma 2 doesn't make much sense. Brace, though. I could have Vindictive. Fine. I'll take that. Could take the medium room. Let's actually take the medium room. So we could have taken that earlier medium room with the all reds.
Entering new location. Difficulty rating. Medium.
But yeah, we just need 2 medium rooms. So let's take this right.
Hostile construction initiated. Hostiles constructing. Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
Although we want to shorten their name because it's basically the 0 is just, you know, the lead speak 0, so it's just O. But then yeah, it's because basically their name is Pamek, and then if you want to shorten Pom. I could then feel Poe actually at least us, any of us do, like the right
Console
person.
active. Supply station activated.
I know he was in the chat earlier. It's not always that we play together. There's plenty of times where that is not the case. Yeah. Really could use that obliterate. Don't think we're gonna get it.
Entering new location. Difficulty rating. Easy.
Also, didn't even like go past it, or it was also I wouldn't, because I would definitely
Hostile
take it.
Construction initiated. Hostiles constructing. Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
Got you now.
Console active.
Yeah. I'll just take the intimidate. This will only be useful if we get pushed by them, or if we push the nemesis. But also,
Entering new room.
I'm not. Although
Difficulty rating.
I have a foam,
High value
I could
target.
push the nemesis. But also, I don't have like
Hostile construction
that much
initiated.
damage. Maybe if I went into
Hostile
that fight
constructing.
with
Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
adaptive, fully stacked up and stuff.
Oh no.
I'll try to bum rush them. That's sometimes the downside of the Firefly. Just, for instance, there it shocked that guy and then got shocked itself. Especially if it gets hit by a big explosion, then it just dies. It just got hit by a big explosion. This is not going to end well for him. And MG5 now just has such a fast reload, you can kind of use it as just an AR, basically. But especially with the Sleipnir is actually really good. And indeed, there. That makes off. Theory crafting. From the name caches in the sand, reset after. Do you mean the reconstructed caches, the ones that have the blueprints. No, going deep is much better for that. Like going real deep. Like some would say even too deep. Some would even say in too deep, to sleep. Oh yeah, that's not. Down in my head. I actually don't know where that song goes anymore. But yeah, deep runs gets you a lot of that currency. Also, going deep runs. So at the Nemesis, you basically have a 50-50
Difficulty rating.
of getting reconstructed from the Nemesis fight. And then you have like 80 NSA tech. But especially if you go deep, like especially, for instance, recently we went to like a 40, that's like 4K NSA tech, and you can get by a ton of caches with that. Actually, why was I watching that whole thing? No, that matters. The timer
Construction program
starts after.
activating. Nemesis.
Nemesis. Gonna see about trying to force the spawn.
System malfunctioning.
I think it's maybe just facing and not
Blinder
like
firefly
view
detected.
then here. Good thing he didn't follow that up with some shooting, because he would have murdered me outright.
System back online.
And I'm just gonna wait it out. Oh, actually, don't mind if I murder you with Intimidate.
Simulation
Oh, okay.
terminated. Collating data.
You were so close that Intimidate triggered there, so I can murder him pretty easily. Yeah, we'll just take the exit. But yeah, going deep is like the way to go. And you don't need to go 40s or anything, but even going to like 20s is going to be more reconstructed caches per time spent.
Facility
Because there's
detected.
also some chances that you have going along the way, all the way up to 30. You have, you can get up to like 7 caches, I think. And then you get a lot of NSA tech currency. And yeah, for instance, I have like 20k saved up and I could buy a lot of reconstructed caches if I needed them. Oh, is that the lyrics of it? Okay. That's why I couldn't remember it. It doesn't really make sense with the cadence, but that's pop songs for you.
Agent, priority objective available.
Because it like has a split middle of a sentence, basically, because I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep, and then it like splits up above in my head instead of going under. Yeah. Well, we'll remember that for the next time. Anyway, we have a tradition. We always go for the ski chest afterwards. I'll do that. Yeah, let's go get this character cleaned up and then decide what we want to go do from there. But also, yeah, I can't make it too late tonight. Tomorrow's a long day for me.
Whatever you need.
So, for instance, yeah, we got the 50-50 reconstructed cache. I'm not going to get anything from this, but also I'm not going to try to keep this in my inventory. Well, I'm going to get a named item, but not a blueprint. I have all of them. And there's no points in my case of trying to save them for like next season or maybe next patch if they fix a few things. Mostly because I also have a ton still in my stash as well.
Thanks for the business.
Because in here I still have 17 of these as well. Hanging around. I've played a lot. Gotta make it Nemesis. After a while, like it's not too hard to get to Nemesis. Actually, if you want, depending on like if you want to get better at it, I don't know if you saw the somewhat recent video that I did on the YouTube's there. If you go and search for Nemesis on my channel, I did a recent Nemesis run and I kind of like narrated it. Yeah, let's maybe go for some of these challenges as well here then. Let's maybe get this account kind of, I have some of the challenges done, some not so much. Some bounties, some hostile kills and stuff. Is any good targeted around? Oh, this is chest. We could go for some bounty cheesing, maybe. I don't know if we have anybody interested in that. Because yeah, we could. Although I don't think I have many saved up anymore, but could go get some as well. And let's maybe I'm gonna swap to that character that can bounty cheese with that zone with Downtown West. And then oh yeah, actually I wanted to try as well too, because this character has the triple tick build. Actually I want to try out the triple tick build here. But it is solid to matchmake. It's better in groups overall for going deep, but not matchmade. Matchmaking doesn't get you like it's there's a like nobody matchmakes Ascent, and there's a big reason. It's just, you know, you can't before you matchmake kind of say if you're gonna go deep or not. So if like two people are in there and they want to go deep and the other two don't, like that's different choices. Especially early on, you make different choices when going deep. But LFGing, looking for group, doing so in, there's a bunch of discords that have like, you know, where you can like LFG, or just, you know, reaching out to people and going like, hey, anybody interested in that with on like the community on the Reddit Discord, or just any, like there's a bunch of discords available. Yeah, let's run this thing. Hey, let's run it with 5 directives. Okay, I'm not sure if anybody is interested in some, because I don't have any. I should have a few of these saved up. But first, I'm going to go get some more. Oh, actually, I don't. There's nothing going to spawn there for a bit. Let's maybe go do a few of these bounties. But if anybody's interested in joining me, feel free to say so. How many noobs is Nemesis? That depends. You choose when he spawns, kind of. If you do harder rooms, you'll get him later on. We're taking the shortest route usually after loop 4. It's the Nemesis. And then... oh yeah, actually I need Gunner here as well. Let's go get that. But yeah, you can basically have him anywhere between loop 4 at the earliest and technically after loop 9, but technically after loop 9 is like almost never happens. But for instance there, I went for a short run where we got him after loop 4. But one of the things you can do as well, do it for the first few times, is actually extend it to maybe like loop 5 or 6, because it's actually an easier fight if you do that. If I get quick from level 30 to 40, depends on if you mean for like watch alt in, or if you just mean you're level 30 and you want to reach level 40, because that's different answers. If it is for like watch alting, for getting watch points things, just a little bit above you, I linked to my YouTube there. If you go there and search for the watch alts, and watch the most recent video on that. That has kind of the current, especially for solo and also for in group. But that one's mostly aimed at like the solo player kind of deal. Because there's the DZ method for solo, and then there is also, yeah, the invaded method for in group settings. for watch alts. If it's just in general, yeah, just keep going at the story because you do need some gearing and stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah, for watch alts, the easy method for solo is kind of with landmarks is because bounty is solo as well, doesn't give that much, but yeah, you can, especially if you're getting group skill, then it does, man. Okay, if you're just leveling up. Honestly, just doing your invasion and stuff. Start there, I would say. It doesn't take too long to go from 30 to 40, just normally playing. If you can, like, if you really want to go fast and you have maybe some clanmates or something around, then if you do, that could be an option. Why am I up here? But otherwise, yeah, playing the game kind of. Because, for instance, the methods we're kind of discussing here of like DZ method and such, that wouldn't work out that well going through the first time through because you need some gearing and stuff for that to make sense.
Charge compromised. Charge transfer activated.
Seeing that they still spawn there. And if anybody's interested in a few bannies, feel free to let me know.
Agent, target spotted.
I'll be doing that. Just to get like that challenge done.
Charge transfer activated.
You got the target. Nice. That's your target.
Oh no, we killed Summer. Summer is
Target
dead.
neutralized. Good work.
Also, I should try to get some spec kills in if I can. This thing just didn't want to aim up. My mouse is working.
Charge transfer
Oh,
activated.
Agent, targets.
Charge exposed. Serious trauma detected.
Yeah, the med pack.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
I'm gonna have a hive still, but yeah, should have phoned him.
Down.
That should have been the play there.
Target down. Good job.
Thought I could burn him down quickly, but we don't get that much unnamed.
Thank you for keeping us safe, Agent.
That was actually to this side. It's a building on level 30 attribute library. Does the library stay populated if I delete the level 30 character? Yeah, basically the library is just a library. It's saved independent of the characters and stuff. And it's also, yeah, account wide. Because even now, for instance, if I had some items to build up there, like you can actually even hear like switch levels. So this is, for instance, this account's level 30, or up to level 31, and then the 31 to 40. But in general, a lot of those things are just, yeah, not tied to any characters. Even as a she level or something, if you were to delete all your characters and you made a new one and reach as a she level, that would still be there. Same for your stash. Anything in the stash is not per se tied to any characters or anything. Yeah, let's actually... Although, solo, I don't want to maybe do that. Be in the middle of it method, especially not without a hive. So I'll go touch this wall. Well, as well, it's daytime, so we should go get a few bounties. Especially also, if I have outcast bounties, I'll go faster than that.
Target is near you, Agent.
But again, if anybody is interested in some bounties, let me know. It goes faster in a group anyway.
Get this bastard off me!
They're still not out full charge here.
Charge compromised. Another agent has joined your
Garage in.
group. Shade signature exposed to melee. Serious trauma detected. Agent incapacitated.
Yeah, let's go in.
Transfer initiated.
Inside. We should do it. Over.
Activated charge transfer.
Not sure I went where I went is a smart idea. Don't have any cover here. That's fine as well as.
Charge compromised.
That's your target.
Even this one is ticking for 2 million there. That's actually impressive. Unlike reds and stuff and purples.
Charge transfer activated. Hostile assault turret detected. Vital signs critical.
Target neutralized. Good work.
Needed him to be away for a second.
Got the target.
Charge
Bonuses
compromised.
don't give a lot to
Charge transfer
names,
initiated.
especially, so
Target
they don't die as
neutralized.
fast.
Good work. Looks like you earned yourself another bounty. Well done.
Then let's maybe go get a few band, because also all I have is hyena bounties here, which yes, wish we'd had. There's a lot more helmets in these guys. Then let's go get a few. Now that it's daytime. From next door. There should have been some spawns, yeah. Let's go get that one first and then go down the area here. My North America server? No, I'm on EU. But there is like server like that doesn't matter except for latencies. And hey there, Gustavo. It's my triple dick. Well, it was just a general triple dick. But it is the Val sacrifice 4-piece OD with the backpack, everything status effect, some crit chance, crit damage on it, and then you use the pestilence in the oh, you have 4 as well. Now let's get a few more and then just as well along these ways getting some challenges in. So I'm gonna use my minigun here and there as well. Just as a for instance. Oh yeah, flame rise.
Trauma detected.
Let's add foam to the mix.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Downstairs.
Nice work, everyone.
Oh, that's of course also getting a bunch of bleeds then.
Oh, you're my life, and I'll never forget that.
Let's grab these bennies. Yeah, nah. Let's go get that one over there. We'll clear out the territory real quick and just push in. Definitely along this work. Great to come here. Thank you so much,
Hostiles
Joseph.
guarding location nearby.
Yeah, book for the kind words. You guys should watch out stroking my ego so much. I might go to my head. I might turn into one of those. Don't you know who I am? They're coming.
The ammo! Ready to die now, Agent? Armor's more holes than protection now.
Agent charge compromised.
There we go.
Charge transfer activated.
Unlike you, they won't be forgotten.
Indeed. Well, I'll turn into Nokia.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Detecting additional hostile contacts. Access key detected.
Let's quickly get this and then see if we can actually get there in time. I'm just gonna start firing the second I come around this corner.
Serious trauma detected.
I think they still killed them. Pop-ups need to go away.
Charge transfer activated.
Super annoying. Oh no. Okay. And actually I should have totally included this triple tick as one of the builds recommended for this thing. This is actually pretty good for this.
Activated charge transfer.
Because all of the things get affected by it. Although, the thing is, on elites and stuff, it's not as big of an increase.
Thank you so much for saving me.
But it still has enough firepower to deal with most things. So maybe yeah, let's go back there, get that one. Then to the explosions and the first thing. And the thing to kind of get in the habit of is, especially in places where you're taking cover, just blow up any explosive barrels and stuff. And then, yeah, it does take, you know, Descent is especially kind of the core game, like the game kind of stripped down. But if you spend enough time with it and just kind of learn from, you know, whenever it goes wrong or something, kind of analyze it, go like, okay, what went wrong there? Why did I die? Oh, so patrol there. Has it. I'm gonna engage this because yeah, we're about to go.
Charge exposed. Charge transfer activated. Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Downstairs again. Yeah. something.
For all
You
you
want the bounty? And again, if anybody does want to join us, feel free to say so. Let's just go to a few bounties or something, and then maybe like a stronghold or an invaded mission. Get that challenge out of the way as well. If there's any on the map, let's go get that. Okay, let's go get that one then, and then we'll go do what we have. We should have enough at that point. This thing with the monkey level with this FK roll. So, okay, that can work out. What was the final layout for it? So actually, I'm kind of like, because also if you're not using the backpack talent, I think maybe actually even ninja bike could be a thing actually in there. Because if the other healer already has opportunistic, most likely. Unless you need to apply that. Oh, you're running the overclock one, right? For the Achilles. Yeah, then.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Then no, that's actually not an option.
Hostile control point. Agent charge. Charge transfer activated. Vital signs critical. Incoming hostiles detected.
Another sand.
We can finish them! Oh God! Get some! Destroy that!
Guess there's an extra patrol here or something.
Over there, goddammit!
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Damn bullet storm out here!
Yeah. The PS4 will need to kill the regular sounder.
I just wanted to say thank you for saving me.
No need to say thank you for saving you. Just give me the bat. Just pay me. Yeah, let's go do what we have here because that should be enough for the 10 bannies.
Target near you.
I should have been through here. I'm just gonna take a second to
Agent.
quickly get rid of that.
Business with you.
For adults is 30 compressions and then 2 burns.
It's also annoying that you have to walk here. Fighting something. Oh yeah, why don't I have a banshee? That's what I should have.
Vital signs critical.
Sure. Let's quickly change that. So normally I run survivalist on this. Here I'm actually running gunner. Some random black disc.
Serious trauma detected. Agent out of action.
I guess it's a fire eclipse. Although
That's the target, Agent.
doesn't leave us much to deal with heavies.
Get out!
Immediate medical assistance needed. Another charge transfer initiated.
Target down. Good job. Agent, target.
Charge exposed. Serious trauma detected.
Actually,
Agent down.
it's gonna respawn with.
You got the target. Nice.
Charge transfer initiated.
Gave him some of my bad breath. Disoriented the hell out of him.
Target neutralized. Good work.
Also, at some points I should use my minigun a little bit and get some of
That's another
those
one down. Good
spec
job,
kills
Agent.
in. But now as well, if there's 3 of us, we can stay in here and get the quicker way. And I think it's setting up there. I'll set up here. Pop one of mine's here.
The target is nearby.
Get ready to die!
I've got you.
I'm going far out here just so my facing is kind of correct.
Agent, target spotted.
Machine exposed to melee.
Oh. Thought this guy was dead already.
Target down. Good job. That's the target, Agent. Target neutralized. Good work. That's your target.
Oh, this
You
thing
got the
is
target.
We made
Nice.
it.
and it's on his chest, so I'm
Looks
getting
like
it.
you earned yourself another bounty. Well done.
Tiny chest components, which I definitely can use, I think. Okay. This one as well. Actually, I should track my track these.
It would be cool if they would let one of the local bands come and play for us.
So in my case, I need 5 more bounties. I don't know. What you guys need? Let's get some of those in there. I'll wait for once the movement stops. That's when it's time.
Target is near you, Agent.
And there we have a few. Oh, shotgun.
Agent, target spotted. Target down. Good job.
Immediate medical
Flame rams
assistance
and
needed.
glass.
Agent malfunction.
That's your target. Target neutralized. Good work. Agent, target spotted.
Must be that side.
Kill these bastards! You mad?
You got the target.
Try to be
Nice.
quick. We made it through. Take a breath.
Our first chameleon
Another one down.
to be
Good job,
deconstructed.
Agent.
What's a detox? I should like offer it up for a share of it. I'm also gonna guess everybody here is well taken care of already. So just to check. Indeed, I've used up a lot recently as well, so I don't mind filling up a little bit. And also, yeah, I need some bounties anyway for the challenges. Double benefit. Okay, this is my last one from Southwest, and I should have 3 hyena ones over here as well.
Target is nearby.
Charge exposed.
Ah, sorry. Where are you going?
That's the target, Agent. Target down.
Actually, at ammo.
Target neutralized. Good work.
Grenade! Now!
God damn it.
Trauma detected. Agent down.
Oh, I'm using a hive for
Target.
Vanny.
You got the target. Nice. Looks like you were
It's literally like that guy just
well done.
barely got out of there, fired one shot, and set me on fire. So, what did he? Oh, as well. I'm creating enough. Oh, there's enough kills happening here that I can fill my hive back up to charge right away as well. And actually, I'll use up a few of my hyenas from here as well. Get some hyena tactical assessments instead.
Target is near you, Agent.
Action-wise, these are not per se harder. And if anybody else wants to join us, because we'll likely do a few more bounties here. Maybe we'll just go till we run out here. And just bounty cheese for a bit.
That's the target, Agent.
Vital signs critical. Charge compromised.
Couldn't get the backpack there.
Agent malfunction.
Target neutralized. Good work. Target spotted. Target down. Good job. That's your target.
Activated charge transfer.
way too long to try to get that in.
You got the target. Nice.
I think we're done here.
That's another one down. Good job.
Also, we
Agent.
have a bunch of random NPCs helping out, being punching bags for us. And I have 2 more hyena ones here. I should try to aim high for some headshots. Capital trash. Let's take them out.
Target near you.
Charge exposed. Activated charge transfer.
Agent, target spotted.
Serious
Wasn't
trauma.
the punch I wanted it to be. No set.
Agent down.
Target neutralized. Good work. You got the target. Nice. Target neutralized. Good work.
Is that the last one? Guess they'll need to do some more recruitment.
Looks like you earned yourself another bounty. Well done.
So sure if we also get anything useful out of it, actually, but so far, so-so. And one more hyena one.
Target is near you, Agent. That's your target.
Charge exposed.
Bad idea.
Target down. Good job. Agent, target spotted.
Hard to see in there. Who's in front of who?
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Target neutralized. Good work. That's your target. You got the target. Nice. Thank you for keeping us
I think that was
safe,
the
Agent.
first bounty in like 6 bounties that I didn't get down to in it. Well, as well, I'm setting up pretty aggressively there. It was also kind of the tastiest spot, kind of, yes. You get to just shoot right into the spawn. Also, why do I have 2? Oh yeah, from the Valve, of course. Yeah. I've used up all of mines, but you guys should have some. What doesn't get that? It's one of those things, yeah, just you have to like analyze your play and stuff and kind of realize where it's kind of going on. Or analyze somebody else's play and see if that like helps you out. If you haven't watched that video yet, watch that Nemesis run video that I kind of did recently, because that kind of gives you a few tips. Or is it this one?
neutralized. Good work.
Charge exposed.
That's the target, Agent.
That's the last millisecond.
You got the target. Nice.
Hey, it was the flesh in the flesh.
Do everything I can.
Agent, target spotted.
Ah.
Here's your ammo.
Target down. Good job. That's
Okay.
another one down. Good job, Agent.
We do what we have to survive.
I'm surprised these guys are still alive. I would have expected them to have been murdered by some exploding hugs quite a while back. But they're still hanging on in there. Well, it's... And then, yeah, whenever we're all set in. So far. You shouldn't even really be using med packs all the way till the Nemesis. The thing is, especially to kind of learn how to set up to kind of catch one door. Have the talent picks as well that you're powerful enough to do so after, especially after like loop 2, that you can kind of just sit up on a door.
Charge compromised.
I just getting some used to, because as with all things, like, yeah, as you saw there, for instance, it's not that it's like impossible or even per se hard. Like, I'm not that good of a player, definitely. And if I can do it, anybody can.
Agent, target spotted.
But also, for instance, on my very first one, I definitely struggled.
That's your target.
And on my 10th, I still kind of, like, you know, wasn't per se 100% sure if I was doing the right thing. And then now on the 50th, I'm like, yeah, it's just another Sunday. Although, not on Sunday.
Thank you for keeping us safe, Agent.
Serious trauma detected.
Barely caught it there. Would have totally died there. Antibodies this season. Nice. Well, Gary, if you still have you should still have a few. As well, I've gotten the 10 bounties in, but might as well just round it out with this. I should actually just on the start, just do this. Because I'll get enough charges back to have it like instantly again. Right, that's that. Spec kills. I'm also gonna guess those are shared likely. So actually with the glow events things, a bunch of stuff is shared. So.
That's the target, Agent. Target down. Good job. Target neutralized. Agent, target spotted.
That's the last guy. Here we go.
Target down. Good job. Looks like you earned yourself another bounty. Well done.
Guys just standing there with their MG5 and their MP5. It's just still doing pop-ups on the left side for quite a while.
Target is near you, Agent.
Vital signs critical.
I'm gonna go
Agent out of action.
second too late.
That's your target.
Agent charge compromised.
You got the target. Nice. Target spotted.
And especially when we do it right and get the
Target neutralized.
transfers going and stuff.
That's the target, Agent.
Even more melt.
You got the target. Nice.
I'm leaking field proficiencies. We're gonna hop up a few.
That's another one down. Good job, Agent.
How many do you have left, Cairo? Because maybe it's just a few. We'll round those out and then maybe just call it there. Oh, there's a share actually. Nah. I can see the potential, Allison. Okay. Yeah, if you're up for it, let's do those 4 and then we'll end it up there. In the meantime, as well, I'll try to get a few more weak point hits in.
Serious trauma detected.
Need to remember to Banshee.
Agent down.
Agent, target spotted.
On that first one.
Target neutralized. Good work. That's your target. Agent, target spotted. You got a target. Nice. Target down. Good job.
I shall share that one.
Looks like you earned yourself another bounty. Well done.
So they have this Henri with crit chance, crit damage. Not really a super useful piece anymore, but you know, just in case anybody want to mess around with it. Oh, there's a. Oh no, that's. Really thinking about it. Okay, I'll deconstruct it on the.
Target is near you, Agent.
Should just do that.
Agent charge compromised. Exposed to melee.
That's the target, Agent. You got the target. Nice.
Get them off me!
That's your target. Target neutralized. Good work.
Thunder drone off him.
Target down. Good job.
Heavy with a defender drone
Thank you for keeping us safe, Agent.
is one of those dangerous combos. So still back ones in. Yeah. Yeah, I think one of mine on second account is from you even. One of those backbones. Oh, also I should take a quick screenshot.
Target near you.
I can do one. What's that? I'm 2888888. Was that enough eights? Not sure. 28888. Yeah. It's enough eights.
Charge compromised.
That's your target. You got the target. Nice.
That hit was from an exploding backpack that almost killed me there. Just a random hit there.
Airburst seeker mine detected.
Target neutralized. Good work. That's your target.
Fire in the hole!
You got the target. Nice. That's another one down. Good job, Agent.
Serious trauma
Okay.
detected.
I was gonna say, if that eats my hive, I'm gonna be mightily pissed. If only Scorpio was, you know, skill damage as status factor. That would have made sense. So one thing is that you know, still have to kind of pay attention to some of the pieces, was you might get a really good piece. You never know. I guess I'm in combat with something. Oh, actually, likely something in the street there, but that's fine. So knowing that they're not also aggroing me, because then it would actually be useful.
Target is near you, Agent.
Charge exposed.
Justice for the slain!
Charge transfer initiated.
Running to that cover.
Agent.
Flame
Target spotted.
Just unload them.
Target neutralized. Good work. Target down. Good job.
Slowly getting to your screen share.
You got the
Oh,
target.
yeah.
Nice.
You should name that screenshot A2 Brutus.
Thank you for keeping us safe, Agent.
2B or not 2B. At that point. Is that the last one yet, Cairo? Or I think keep count.
Nothing to see so far.
Gonna guess one more.
Charge exposed.
Okay, no, that's all. Yeah, let's make sure we haven't missed anything. But yeah, let's also then call it there. That seems like a good time.
Wish they'd let us have some music.
Let's go get cleaned up. Let's go. 10 of caches. Is that tomorrow's going to be a long day for me? But I'll be back on Sunday for some more streamings.
Hey, Agent, come check this out.
See if anything worth keeping or sharing.
Thanks for your business.
Nothing else. I got none of the challenges there done and the bounties done. On main account, I do want to do all of the challenges, so we'll likely go for that. And we'll do that Sunday. Together with some more conflict. I didn't conflict today at all, but I was kind of also tired, so. Because yeah, today was also kind of a long day. So I was like, let's leave it for a day and then we'll go in. Sunday a little bit fresher. As well, I'm hoping Sunday to have, you know, some easier targets in between some of likely some tryhards. Because one would think sometimes on Sundays there's also, you know, some of the squishier targets around.
Thank you, Agent. I appreciate the business.
Also, yeah, when is actually the first? Tuesday, right? Yeah. It's also likely Sunday afternoon I'll start working a little on, or a little bit more on, as I've already done some parts of it already.
Here to check something out?
For, yeah, some April foolery. Yeah.
Thanks for...
None of that survives. But yeah, well, actually, how many stars am I up to now? There's also Tuesday we did a ton. So yeah, 184 stars, which is actually pretty, you know, not too bad. It's pretty. I'm gonna actually keep them until Monday. I always do so, and just get them on the last day, and then that way I'll know how much I got in there. But that's also not smart because maybe, you know, if Monday you have some issues or something, or you can't play, then it becomes a thing. But yeah, thank you so much, Cairo and Palm, for joining up there and helping out. Hope you guys had some fun and some loot and some levels. Also, I feel left out. You both have wings. I don't. You could get some wings. Hey, even this guy. Oh, actually, it's a Kiba. Yeah. Everybody has wings. I should go get some as well. I'll drop group here and leave you guys to it.
You have left the group.
And I'm actually also edging closer to 29k. Although this one definitely, because of the 5 times and stuff in between as well, just doesn't feel the same. Anyway, I need GG's all around. I'm gonna, in the background on the Twitch end, go and find somebody for us to raid. Let's go find who we're doing that to. Yeah, let's actually go with let's go with Harley, who's doing some descent. So there's another person available, but they haven't actually started up, so I don't want to raid them before they're started, kind of. But then they want to. Okay. Yeah, I'll likely actually might jump into Div 1 as well while I'm uploading and just quickly get the dailies in. Or I might do those the afternoon. And then, yeah, so let's go raid Harley. Let me check one last time over here as I saw something about there. Can I show you your build? That is this. Do you mean stat-wise? I can actually link you to the build picture. What is this? This is U410. And this is the build picture of this. I'll put that also in the... And actually, yeah, this is pretty good for SHD exposed. I mean, in general, I don't dislike this build at all. It is pretty potent. It has a lot of good sides to it. And yeah, oh, I put it in the wrong browser window. There we go. But yeah, it's basically status effects and crits around. You can also go without the crits. I like having a little bit more damage there. And this for this global event kind of works out pretty well because everything's getting boosted. So this actually does pretty decent. But you need to be doing the global event thing there. So that's very important with it. Yeah, let's go raid ourselves Harley Quinn. I'll be back, not tomorrow, as yet. Tomorrow I'll be working, so I won't be able to. I'll be back on Sunday, and we'll just continuing on then. They seem to be in the Nemesis fight, a 4-man, 3-man Nemesis fight. Let's go join them. Let's go maybe give them a scare and make them fail. Except nah. They'll be fine. But yeah, let's go right over there. I'll be back on Sunday. Tomorrow as well. Actually, a short will go up. I don't remember which one, but it's already planned. It's scheduled for tomorrow. But yeah, that's all of it. And as always, have a good night.